So we are talking about a vendor master record now. So yesterday we discussed about material master record. Now we are discussing about a vendor master record. So in the vendor master record, how the vendor master record will be controlled. So what is the controlled here? What is the basic is here? That is a vendor account group. So when you creating a vendor account group, okay, so you will be creating like domestic vendors and import vendors, service vendors, okay, employee has a vendor, okay, plant has a vendor, okay. So like different vendors you can create. So when you creating vendor account groups, we have standard also, which is representing like 00012, okay, 00010. So like we have some standard, but when you creating the customized one, you can use the series like Jet series. Like if suppose my client is asking that to create the service vendor group, then I just created like a JetSCR. So these are the service vendor account group, okay, service account group. So what are the material, what are the vendors which is created under these services? These are all services, okay. These are the service vendors. So like you can create the customized one, okay. So for this transaction code OMSG, the OMSG, you'll be creating that define account groups, vendor account groups, and OMSJ. This is for the number ranges assignment, okay. Number range assignment for when at vendor account group level. So here also we have the same controls like some of the controls are common for the all the master data, which is like number ranges. Yes, we can define our own number range for the each and every account group, vendor account group, and we can define like external number range or internal number range. That also we can do. Okay, then we can also define the field selection control. Field selection control is nothing but like a whether the field it is hold or it is display or hide or optional or mandatory required entry. So that we can control at a account group level, which the field you want to be controlled at. So these are the common everywhere, which is like these controls are common everywhere in the metal master card, vendor master card, info records, or like in the purchase requisition, purchasing document, everywhere it is common. But other than this, we have other also, that is like one-time vendor. So what is a one-time vendor? Okay, in case there is a this vendor is not regular vendors. This type of the vendors are not regular vendors, but record purpose we are creating one dummy vendor. Okay, since we need vendor code at the time of creation of PO, we need vendor code. So we are creating one dummy vendor code. That dummy vendor code we are using at the time of purchase order when we are creating irregular vendors. That means these are not my regular vendors. I'm just instantly we are buying the product from his or okay from this vendor. So those vendors are not regular vendors. Why we are creating one-time vendor here, dummy vendor? Because I don't want to be maintained all the vendors the database. Why? Because he is not my regular vendor. Unnecessarily, if I'm maintaining that into my database, maybe that consuming my data space, right? So in that case, what we'll do, we'll not be create unnecessarily the vendors, okay? But sometimes some emergency or urgency, we are buying from those vendors. So those cases, what we will do, we just using that one dummy vendor code, and particularly the purchase order purpose, we are using that dummy vendor code to do the transaction, okay? And we will be updating that vendor address manually at the time of creation of purchase order. Okay, that is the concept of a one-time vendor. It's not on-time vendor, it is one-time vendor. Clear? Is it clear? One-time vendor, what is the difference between the normal vendor account group and one-time vendor account group?
Sir, can you come again, please? One-time vendor.
Yeah. Suppose, okay. Suppose you are running the business. Suppose let's say you are running some vegetables. Okay, some vegetables business you are running. So your regular vendor is the let's say it is like pure orange. Okay, it's they are distributing the vegetables to you. He's a my regular vendor, but sometime what will be happen, some emergency or some urgency, I just need the stock from the nearest to store. Might be your nearest to stores, might be you have a heritage or maybe okay some other who vegetable stores which is there, maybe something like right to something like it is there. So what you need to do here, you need to be, you are planning to buy the product from those vendors, but I didn't have that the vendor address details and everything. So I don't want to maintain these vendors in my database because these are not my regular vendors. So because now why we are looking into that, because it is urgent for me. Okay, I'm just looking for this vendor. I want to use this vendor, but regularly I'm not buying from this vendor. Maybe I'm just maybe yearly once or maybe monthly once or something. Maybe he's a irregular vendor. So those cases we don't need to maintain the database for this vendor master record. That means I'm not maintaining any vendor master record for these vendors. What we will do, I'll be using the one duplicate code, that is dummy code, to run the transaction purchase order, and I will be maintaining manually the address details in the PO level. Okay, instead of I'm getting from the vendor master record all the details, I'm maintaining at the and I'm maintaining at PO level the address details and everything. Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's like just like instantly you are buying from that vendor, but he is not my regular vendor. I don't want to maintain any vendor record for this guy. Okay, who is the supplier? Okay, that is a one-time vendor. If you select a one-time vendor, that means the system will understand that these are not regular vendors, and we don't need to be update any address in the vendor master record. Okay, we need to maintain the address only at the time of PO creation. Okay. Clear?
Sir, if whenever required, we use that vendor, sir.
Yeah, whenever you want to buy from those vendors, that means he is not regular vendor. I can use the duplicate vendor code for a number of vendors. Might be they are not my regular vendors. Okay. So once I create a purchase order, suppose I'm just creating today purchase order 1. Okay. So that purchase order 1 is the nearest to my heritage store. Okay. So when I just payment is completed, that means the entire PO is completed. For that PO, that vendor address is completed. Okay. So next time when you're creating again new PO2, okay, if I'm using the same vendor code also, okay, again you can give that some other vendor address. So it might be this time I'm going to Spencer. Last time I went to Heritage. Now this time I'm planning to go Spencer because I'm not getting stock from the Heritage. I'm going to Spencer. So this time I can use the same code, but the address will be different. Clear?
Sir, field selection control, sir.
Sorry?
Field selection control.
These field selection controls are I will explain that. Yeah, I will come back to it. Okay, I'm just talking about one-time vendor. Okay, this field selection controls and all you know, right? Already. Whether which field
selection control is nothing but in material management. This master material master we used to like this basic data, which one we need to be like mandatory and all this.
Sorry. Come again.
The field selection control is nothing but the user interface where we can change which field should be mandatory, which field should be not mandatory, which field we need to be. So
I'm just getting voice. Maybe I'm just breaking the voice. Maybe is it a problem with my internet or this? I'm not sure. But you're talking about the field selection control, right?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Can you repeat again?
So I said the field selection control is just like this user interface where we can change this particular data as like whether we need to select particular field or not, which field we need to be display, which field not to be displayed.
Yeah, that we already controlling in the field selection control, right? So those fields which is mandatory, we are putting checkbox, right? So if it is checkbox is there, the user should be entering that data, then only it will be saved.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You are asking
Sir,
question or you are telling answer?
I was telling the answers as someone asked.
Okay, sorry. Now there was some disturbance is there, that's why. Okay, I'm not clearly answering. So can you go on mute and whenever someone wants to speak, okay, just unmute and you can go on mute, okay. So maybe that will be helpful to the can hear from the others, okay. I'm just putting on mute to everyone. Please go on mute, and whenever you need, just unmute and you can talk. Okay, guys. Okay, so
Sir.
yeah, we'll discuss about these points again. Okay, I'm just going with the controls, then we'll discuss again. Okay, clear? Now the next one is partners. Okay, see, might be depends on the different vendors. Depends on the vendor. Maybe have the different partners. Maybe if you suppose Amazon is there. Amazon is taking only orders, but he's Amazon not supplying the goods to the customer. So someone is there, they're sending the goods. Okay, so there might be the other vendor is the partner. So when the vendor have the multiple partners, okay, that we can maintain here. So whether I should allow the partners for this vendor or not. So that is the partner schema. We need to be assigned that partner schema. Okay, that will be this. That is a part of the partner determination process. Okay, so I'll tell you what is the partner determination. Okay, suppose VN is the main vendor. Okay, main vendor is the, suppose let's say main vendor is the Amazon. Okay, so under Amazon main vendor, suppose ordering received by ordering address. So suppose ordering address is, okay, let's say Amazon. Okay, then this is ordering address is Amazon. Then when we talking about the goods supplier, suppose let's say XYZ logistics. Okay, logistics private limited. Okay, and when invoicing present by, let's say invoice present by is again Amazon. So let's say assume that. Okay, so in this case, what will be happen here? Okay, the main vendor is the Amazon. Okay, the main vendor is Amazon, but ordering receiving, that means ordering address, who is to whom I'm ordering, to whom I'm ordering to Amazon. But you are getting the stock from some XYZ logistics. That means he is a partner, goods supplier. GS is nothing but like goods supplier. Okay, I'm just writing here. OA is the ordering address. That means to whom you are raising your PO, to whom you are creating PO. Okay, to whom you are creating purchase order, and goods supplier. Okay, so GS is nothing but like a goods supplier. So from which vendor you are getting stock. Okay, then I invoicing present by some invoice present by is nothing but like a, suppose some third party is taking care about the all invoices generation. So invoice to in which vendor you are received invoice. Okay, suppose let's say forwarding agent. So forwarding agent is nothing but like a, it's kind of the freight. So who distributed, who transported this goods to your place. Okay, so here what will be happen for the main vendor, they might be have the different partners. Okay, so even sometime what will be have been ordering address also, it will be different. Maybe I'm the partner for you, I'm just taking orders from customers, I'm giving to you, boss, I'm getting these orders, can you supply this goods? So the main is the Amazon. Okay, but let's assume that in case Samsung is the main vendor, let's assume that Samsung is the main vendor. Let's assume that Samsung is the main vendor. So who's taking the orders here? Who's taking the orders? Amazon is taking orders, okay, in behalf of Samsung. That means in the online, customer is ordering to the Amazon, but he is not ordering to Samsung directly. Okay. In this case, what will happen? Ordering address is Amazon. Okay. Then who's supplying the goods? So again, who is supplying goods here? Samsung. Or it might be, suppose, the local nearest distributor. Suppose, let's say retail, okay, Reliance Digital. Okay, so he's supplying these goods to customer. Then invoice presented by, who's invoice presenting? So obviously it is Amazon only. Sometimes might be, in case if there is any special cases, if they want to be have some other partners, the financial partners, they are raising the invoices, then those cases might be it is Amazon, okay, or maybe Paytm it is there, PhonePe it is there. Like if somebody they are presenting the invoice in behalf of the Amazon, then invoicing presented by different. And again, who is supplying this forwarding agent might be nearest to some logistics, okay, some XYZ transport logister. Okay, so in this case, what will happen? The main vendor is different, but the partners are different. So those cases, how you can handle in the SAP, that is the part of the partner schema. So that you need to be activated at the vendor account group level, whether these vendor account groups shall be allowing these partners or not. Okay, for this account group, whatever you created vendor account group, that vendor account group, whether these partners should be allowed or not. Okay, that is the one control. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, now let's go to the next one, is vendor sub-range. Okay, sub-range and alternative plan. Okay, suppose, okay, if the vendor have the different ranges, like suppose the same vendor he is supplying from the Mumbai, and he is supplying from the Nepal, and he is supplying from the Sri Lanka, and he is supplying from the some like Dubai or something, like he is supplying from the different countries, or maybe in the different places. So when the vendor have the different ranges, like multiple ranges, like he is supplying from the, when he is supplying from the Nepal, what is the currency? It is a Nepal currency. When you are supplying the goods from the Delhi, it is the Indian currency. Again, when it is they are supplying from the Sri Lanka, then the bill will be generated in the Sri Lanka currency. So the purchasing data. So basically, when we are using, when the same vendor have the multiple purchasing data, okay, then you need to be maintain vendor sub-ranges for vendor sub-ranges for all the different ranges. That means here we can maintain the multiple purchasing data. It is not only single purchasing data. We can maintain one purchasing data from the Nepal, that is for the Nepal currency and the Inco terms, payment terms, and all the other details which is will be different. Again, from the different country, it is different. But because obviously, right, when he is supplying from the US, the currency is different. When he is supplying from the India, the currency will be different. So obviously, he is looking the payment in the dollars only, right? If you go to Amazon US, okay, Amazon US, he is supplying the goods to India, then obviously you have to pay in the dollars only, right? Even if you are paying in the rupees also, it will be converted to dollars, and you are paying in the dollars only, right? So the exchange rate, everything they will be looking there. So those cases you can maintain the vendor supply. And alternative plant is nothing but like if they have the multiple plant, each and every plant it is the different purchasing data. Okay, for each and every plant level the range it is different, then you can maintain the alternative plans. Okay, for each plant level you can maintain these sub-ranges. Okay, so this is the one control. Did you understand the concept here? How many people not understand the concept here?
So this partner scheme only we need to get it clear.
Vishal, sorry,
Partnership scheme.
partners, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what you not understand here, partners? What you understand here? What is the part you understand? What is not part not you understand?
No, sir. This partner determination, like as you said, we are buying a Samsung from the Amazon. Supplier is the Reliance Digital.
Mhm.
Okay, so here how the partner determination will work it?
In SAP or it is generally you're talking about topic
Yeah,
wise or
no,
you are talking
in
about
SAP as well, journal.
No. Okay. In general, how it will work? Suppose Samsung is the biggest company, right? They will not directly dealing with two customers. One thing, the point is Samsung is a big company, so that will not deal directly with two customers. Correct? So Samsung have the partners. That means they need to get the orders from customers. How they will get the orders from the customers? Because Samsung directly they're not approaching to the customers, but how the customers will approach to directly to Samsung might be there is a some middleware, right? Something like maybe online shopping or maybe nearest stores, something, right? That is correct or wrong?
Right, sir.
Okay, right. Now here Samsung is the main vendor. That means he is supplying the goods, the main vendor. But that product you are getting where you can order this product, you cannot directly go to Samsung website and you cannot order. Might be you have to take it up the some other third party online shopping or go to offline shopping. It is near store. In that case, who will be taking the orders? Is it Samsung is taking orders? Or is it something which you ordered in the online?
Middleware person.
Middleware person, right? So you're ordering in the Amazon and Flipkart, they are taking orders. That means it is like Samsung is the main vendor, but for the Samsung, the partner is Amazon. Correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay. Now he is taking orders. But did you assume that Amazon have the stock?
No.
No, right? So again, imagine what it will do. It is dealing with the nearest dealers who can supply these goods. Okay, that means might be Reliance Digital, Pi, Bajaj Electronics, nearest stores. These are the vendors. These are the vendors to Amazon. So they are supplying. Did you agree?
Correct, sir.
Right. So in that case, who's supplying the goods to customer here?
Reliance.
Reliance, right? Obviously, why? Because it is going from the Reliance to customer. It's not from the Amazon, right? So Amazon is taking order and it is informing to the who are nearest supplier. They are supplying the goods to the customer, right? So that means Reliance Digital is the goods supplying, right? Now in the Amazon, suppose let's say in Amazon, if you suppose the invoice generated might be if suppose okay I'm not directly going to Amazon. Let's say I'm not directly going to Amazon. I'm just going with through something like a third party website. Okay, that means from Facebook I'm just connecting to Amazon. Okay, so from Facebook to Amazon I'm just connecting. So Facebook have some profit, right? So then the Facebook they will tell you that okay, this is I'm generating the invoice. Instead of Amazon is selling in the 20,000 rupees, maybe I'm selling 21,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees is my profit. So the invoicing presented by might be it is different or it is the same. Some cases it is same, some cases it is different. Who is generating the invoices, right?
So sometimes Reliance Digital also generate the invoice in behalf of Amazon.
Generating invoice, but in case Reliance Digital is generating invoice, what will be happen? Amazon, how will they will get the profit? Because he's getting order, right? So he's like a broker, right? He's like mediator. He's expecting some profit, right?
Right, sir.
Okay. So in that case, Amazon obviously he will they are looking into some profit, they will add the profit and they will generate the invoice. Correct. So it depends. It depends on the client how they want to be go ahead. Whether Reliance also can generate the invoice, might be later. Okay, I can give some commission to Amazon because I'm getting the some order from Amazon. I'm just giving the commission to Amazon. So that's again the different story. Depends on that. It might be Amazon or it might be Reliance Digital. Okay, I'm just giving the example only. Okay, clear?
Sir, I'll go with one example. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe that.
Okay.
Okay, while raising the PO, so we are raising the one PO to the Amazon. Okay,
Mhm.
so that Amazon have to deliver the the product or material to to the company. Okay, in
Okay.
this case, actually, Amazon is not able to provide because Amazon doesn't have that product actually. So
Okay.
they are checking with the other vendor like that, maybe the Reliance Digital or something. So
Correct.
Digital will be providing the Reliance Digital will be sending the goods to us. That the
Correct.
case actually the details will be maintained as the vendor detail, and we are uh, then we have to make the payment to Amazon only, right? The Amazon will be make the payment to Reliance Digital, correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct. So it depends. That's why I'm telling, right? It depends on the client how they want to be processed. Might be it will be Amazon, it may be Reliance. So in this case, Amazon will be generating the invoice because without knowing the price, the customer will not order to Amazon, right? So obviously,
Yeah.
Amazon only will be generating the invoice. Correct.
Correct. We hear that the vendor details we can update in the partner schema, right?
Yeah, partner schemas. That partners, we are
The
partner
same
types are
account
there.
group, the same the Amazon, what the vendor Amazon vendor same account group we have to update in for the Reliance Digital also in the partner scheme like that.
Correct. So in the PO level, there will be partner types. There you
Yeah.
have to be maintained these vendors.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll be creating a Samsung has a one vendor code. So every vendor has a one code. Okay. Suppose this is the vendor one. Okay. And again, this is the vendor two. So like we have the separate codes for each and everything. We are assigning this one when there is a required maybe partners. Okay. So even partners also vendors only. Okay. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, then let's go to this. These are the main controls here, vendor master card. Let's go to vendor master card now. Okay, so I just said right, OMSG is the vendor account group creation. The vendor account group creation is OMSG. So let's go to OMSG. Okay, so or you can go to part as well. Okay, if you want to go with the part, you have to go in SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and material management. Okay, or you need to be create a vendor account group, right? You can go to logistical general. The logistical general, you have to be go with partners, which is like business partners. The business partners vendors, this vendors control, and this control you have to be go to vendor account. So these both are same. Okay, these are both same. So I'm just going directly to the transaction, or you can go in the part as well. Okay.
In financial accounting also we can get the same.
Sorry.
In financial accounting also, if we are going with financial accounting, then also
Yeah,
we will get
why? Because in the financial side also they have right vendors. So basically, when we're talking about a vendor master card, okay, it's there is a three parts. Okay, one is general data. Okay, so general data is a common for everyone. Okay, and there is a company code data. Okay, so company code data is nothing but like at company code level, what it is required, the information at these vendors level, like maybe reconciliation account and which currency, maybe payment terms and bank details, bank account, the payment mode, check or cash or something. Okay, any duplicate invoice check or something like. So there is some parameters it is there. So when they are dividing like, so they are divided like company code general data, company code data and purchasing data. So we are talking about majorly on the purchasing data. Okay, even finance side also they have that. That is a company code data. Okay, especially company code related company code information, that will be company code data, and purchasing data, which is like a purchasing organization level data. And this general data is a normal common, which is like address details and any link tax details or something like whatever the basic information which is there. And this is company code level data. Okay, so when we're talking about a company code level data, this is finance FI consultant will take care. Okay, FI consultant will take care about this one. And when we're talking about purchasing data, consultant will be take care. And when it is impacting the FI consultant, when you are creating the invoices, when you are paying the amount, then the FI company code data information is required. When you creating the purchase order, GR, then purchasing data information is required. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. For vendor creations, like finance team will take care or MM team?
Basically, this general data, company code data will take care by FI team. Okay, only we will take care about the purchasing data, but depends on the company, depends on the financial consultant. Okay, maybe if he is not able to handle, maybe I can take care about the general data and purchasing data. I will not take care about the company code data, but I will take care about purchasing data and general data.
Okay, sir.
Okay, depends on that. It depends on the consultant how he can handle that. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat this general data, sir?
Yeah, I will repeat. Don't worry. Okay, I will come back. This is a like address details here. Address details and
Okay. Vendor
general
details.
data is nothing but like a vendor common details. It is helpful to the company code level also, purchasing level also, right?
Okay, got
Whom
it.
I need to send the details, the phone number, fax number, telephone number, email address, okay, address details are all these things. Okay. Okay. Now, when we're talking about a logistical general, it is common to everyone, right? So logistical general, generally it will be like every module. Okay, it's not only MM, it's not SD, it's not like, especially if you're talking about MM, we can go into MM level, but if it's some topics which is common, that will be stored in the logistical general. So those it will be like common for the everyone. Okay, now if you go to the vendor, the control, here we are creating the our own vendor account groups. Okay, so we have the standard like for a one-time vendor, this is the one-time vendor standard plans. It is just a for STO stock transport orders and all. For my supply plant is the my vendor. Okay, in that case, we'll be creating the this vendor account group we are using, and we'll be creating the my supply plant as a my vendor. Okay, we'll discuss that in the STO process. Okay, then alternative payee and invoicing presenter by a new forwarding agent. So alternative pay is nothing but like a, okay, instead of I'm directly paying to Amazon, I can pay to someone. Maybe he is taking care. Like some financial services, they will provide like they will collect the money and they will handle that. Then they will be giving the finally the profit and everything they will take care. So that is a depends on the business. Some business they are following like separate financial services. Might be they want to be controlled on financial service level. So they want to be, they are separately maintaining the group or separately third party team, they are taking care about the financial service. So those cases also you can go ahead with the alternative pay. Okay, so it depends on that. Okay, now we can create our own customized one. Okay, you can use someone they created 0001, they are deleted, but that is standard. We should not delete in the standard one, but somebody they deleted. It's okay. We can create our own also. Okay, let's take any of the one vendor. Maybe I'm just taking the special vendor. Okay, I'm just copying this one. Okay, I'm just creating my own vendor. So let's say I just planning to create like RMV. Okay, so RMV is like let's say rice. Okay, let's say Sona Masuri. So let's say this vendor account group is especially we created account group for the Sona Masuri rice items. Who he is supplying the rice items. So I'm just created a vendor group, account group for this vendor. So vendor, okay, rice. Okay, so I can say rice. Then I can say I'm just entering this one and save this one. So then once you created this one, copy one, then you just select this one and go to details. In details, you can find that the controls here. Okay, the first control, which is like number ranges. Okay, so I just said already the number ranges which we are creating in the OMSJ, right? So the transaction code for vendor master card OMSJ, right? The number range for the account group, that is the OMSJ. So that you can see here also what group it is created, but we cannot see the range. If I just selected this one, I can see the range here, but I cannot display here. What you need to do in case if you want to change the number ranges, what you can go to OMSJ. Okay, OMSJ is a transaction code. You can go. Okay, or in case if you want to go here only, just go back and just check here. Here it is a defined number range for vendor mastercard. So there is a 2 ways we can go ahead. Okay, so now first you need to be created what interval you need to be create. Okay, I just said right last time, if you remember that for the vendor mastercard you can create any group like XY, YZ, PP, KK. Like, so like you can create numeric like you can create. So when just click on the insert button, insert line, you can go here and in the top it is there. So if you want to be create like okay something like ZX. Okay, I'm just creating like ZX. So then what intervals it is free, then you can click on the free intervals here. You can see here that these are the free intervals it is there. So let's say my client is looking for the 6 series. Okay, then I'm just copying this one. This is common again. Okay, and this is already assigned 12. Let's take some other one. Okay, 39. Now it is created. Okay, it is creating sequence number here. Okay, or might be what you can do just to take it up directly. You can enter ZX and you can enter the what are number ranges it is there already exist number ranges. Might be I can go directly like it here. Okay, already exist ZX, it is already created. Okay, might be in the down it is there. Let me go back again. No changes. Okay, and OMSJ and go to intervals first. First go to sequence and ZX. Okay, it might be I'm not saving this one because this is already there here. Okay, I'm just deleting this one first. Okay, now I'm just planning to create ZX here. Okay, now just going to ZX and I'm just planning that interval. So since I'm not giving internal number range, right? The system not proposing, right? So what I'll do, I'm just copying this one. Okay, and I'm just manually entering these details, ZX and okay. So this is coming wrongly here. So while entering here only, while we go back. So first you need to be take directly number ranges, then only it will come. Okay. So now this ZX it is not there. Okay, I can see if it ZX is there or not there. Okay. So now I'll just going to insert, go up, and I just already copied, right? I can just directly entering here. Okay. So if I'm just going in the top again, checking the free interval, then what is happening? This ZX automatically taking the 0 zeros and it is saving here. Okay. So that's why I'm just getting problem. So now I just saving here. Now I just created my own customized group here. ZX is like okay. Now if this is an external number range or internal number range, that you can check here. If you selected this checkbox, it is external number range. If you're not selected, this is internal number range. Okay. So then once it is done, what you need to do, you need to be assigned this number range interval to the my group. So what is my group? It is created. So I just created that Sona Masuri, something I just created assembly. So then I just changing this one and I am entering that ZX. So ZX. So this is the way I'm just assigning my number range. Okay. So now what I'm just checking my number range. If I want to check that, I'm just going that my position and ZX. What is my account group which is created? ZX. That ZX what number range it is there under here. That we will need to be validate here. Okay. I'm just validating here. ZX it is there 6 series here. Okay. So now it is assigned to the my group. Now again I'm just going to the vendor account groups here. Okay, and this is the group. I'm just going to insert the details and I'm just checking that this ZX automatically updated because I'm just updated there. Okay, and this is the description and this is the number. Now I will go to what is the transaction code to create the vendor master record. So we have the transaction codes are different transaction codes are there. Okay, so one is XK01, which is centrally is nothing but like you can create at a time company code data level, company code level, and you can create at purchasing data level also, purchasing organization level also you can create. Okay, so general data is common. Okay, you don't ask again general where is the general data. It is common, but I'm just saying that it's central means company code data and purchasing organization data. So when MK01 is there, it is only for the purchasing. Okay, so vendor master you are creating only purchasing organization level. Okay, and FK01 it is there. Okay, vendor master record again company code data level. So everywhere it is common general data. Don't ask general data here. It will come automatically. Only the difference is whether you can able to create a company code data level, company code level data, or you can able to create a purchase organization level data. That is important. So why sir there is a different transaction? Because since I said right, so this company code data is taken care by financial FI consultant, and this vendor master record will be taken care by purchasing organization level, which will be taken care by consultant. Okay, and XK01, if someone is taking responsibility from both level, master data team, so that master data team they can handle the both. Okay, clear? So now I'm just going to the XK01. Okay, let's go to XK01. So my vendor account group is ZXMV. Okay, and my purchase organization ZAB1, suppose ZABC, okay, and my company code is ZABC again. Okay, now this is the general data. So the address details and these are the general data. So when you are giving MK01, XK01, if you see that there is a 3 parts are there. Company code level. If you are entering company code data level, that means especially for the company code level, whatever the data which is required, that will be created. And if you enter the purchase organization level, then purchasing organization data level, it will be created. Okay, how we can differentiate? If you go to MK01, in the MK01 only it will be display purchase organization. If you go to FK01, okay, FK01 only it will be display company code level. Okay, now here the point is we have general data, company code data, purchasing data, and sub-branch plant level data. Okay, now this is the field status. Okay, in this field status, what will be happen? Okay, when I'm just creating any of the when I must record, suppose I'm just creating. So wherever the checkboxes are there, okay. So wherever the checkboxes are there, these are the required fields. Okay, sir, can we change this? So the name it is showing as a not required. So this is very important information, right? Can I make it this is required? Yeah, obviously, if it is client requirement is the name also should be required. Then what you need to do? You just need to be checked that which vendor account group this is. Then I have to go in the account group level. Then you can go to general data level. In this general data level, address level, and address level, if you see that this is the optional entry, I'm just putting this is the required entry. Okay, then my client requested that this field should be mandatory because they are missing the information. So can you make it this is mandatory? Yes, obviously I can do it. I'm just going to XK01 and again I'm just entering that. Now this is coming as a mandatory. name one is coming as a mandatory. Okay, so like city, postal code, region. Okay, so whatever it is required, maybe it is for the purchasing data, other data which is required, whatever it is required, depends on the particular data, can go and you can select that which field it is required, which field is optional, that you can make it here. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Suppose this purchase order currency is there, purchasing organization level. So it is obviously it is required, right? Because the currency it is very important, right? For vendor, what currency we need to be maintained for the PO. So that is also very important, right? So then I can make it as a purchase in currency is a mandatory. So what field it is mandatory, what field is optional, that you can have to be select here. Okay, this is the second, and the first thing is number range. Second one is internal number range, external number range, and third one is field selection control, and the fourth one is one-time account. If suppose this vendor account group is a one-time account group, okay, that means dummy account group, whatever the vendors which is creating under this group, or all are it is the dummy vendors, which we are reference for purpose we are created, and we are using for the when we required PO for the instant vendor, that means irregular vendors. Okay, so those cases you can put it like one-time vendor. So this is the checkbox here. This is a checkbox. It is like one-time vendor. Okay, so these are the 4 controls we covered, right? So any doubts on these 4 points? If you selected this one-time vendor, that means the system will understood that okay, these are the all these whatever the vendor numbers which is created under this group, and this group have the one-time account. That means it is a only duplicate vendor, dummy vendors. Okay, these are not regular vendors. So did you understand these 4 points?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if suppose my client, that means my vendor having that, okay, different sub-branch level. That means I said, right, if they want to be go ahead with different indicates that data can be stored at vendor master card at sub-branch level. That means I have that having that multiple purchasing data. That means which we discussed the example. If they want to be go ahead like that, you need to be select at your group level, vendor account group level. You have to inform that okay, boss, for this type of the vendor account group having this type of the vendors also. So please select the vendor sub-branch. If you selected this vendor sub-branch, what will be happen? Okay, when I'm just creating the vendor master card, let's say I'm creating one vendor master card, MK01. Let's go to purchasing data. I'm just creating that something vendor master card. So it's already there. Okay, now I'm just creating that, which is wherever it is important. Now, what will be happen if you selected this vendor checkbox? Then only you can see here the vendor sub-branch checkbox. Okay, so then only you can see this vendor sub-branch checkbox. So you can define your own vendor sub-branch here. Okay, so maybe you can maintain in the multiple languages. You can maintain in the different vendor sub-branches. Suppose I'm just maintaining like SRL and NPL. Okay, let's say I'm just maintaining like Sri Lanka region. Let's say assuming that I'm just Sri Lanka sub-branch and it is like a Nepal sub-branch. Okay, now you can maintain the languages also, multiple languages. If you have any languages, you can maintain. Okay, then I'm just saving this one. Okay, now what you can do, go to change, okay, and go to purchasing data. Okay, now go to sub ranges here. Now I'll go to the different data first. Okay. So there is what you need to do under this vendor sub range. If you particularly plant level, it is different. Suppose I'm just going to Sri Lanka. Okay, then particularly I have ZAB1, right? Suppose let's say ZAB1, it is there. Okay, then I just need to be maintain the separate purchasing data, separate partner function data. Then I'm just entering this one. Then I instead of NR, I'm assigning here. Maybe my currency is different here. Maybe I'm just assigning some USD or something, which is okay. Okay, So let's say if something which is maybe we are using some dollars or something like, you can maintain like dollars. Okay. Yeah. So that means I can maintain that even main vendor have the INR, but different code level. That means Sri Lanka level with the purchasing data is USD. That means different currency I'm just maintaining. Again, the terms payment, Incoterms, memo order value, partner, everything it will be changed. Salesperson, telephone number, all these things it will be changed. Okay. Again, you can, if you want to be maintained for the Nepal also, you can maintain directly for the Nepal also. Okay. So you have to go again different data and create, and this time you have to be select that Nepal, and for this Nepal might be I'm just thinking that okay euro. So I'm just maintaining that AB2. Okay, and I can maintain the purchasing data, and here I'm just maintaining that euro. So what happening here? What happening here? The same vendor having the multiple currencies. That means when I'm just going directly, that is INR, and when I'm just going to the Nepal, that is euro, and when I'm just going to the Sri Lanka, that is the USD. So that means I can not only currency. So I'm just showing that differentiated, but you can use that to different other details also. So how the system will understand that whether you have the multiple sub ranges or not in the ME21 level. Okay, so or when you're creating the info record, suppose let's say info record you are creating, suppose the same vendor with you're creating the sub range. So here we have the vendor sub range information. So when you're creating info record, you can mention that what is the sub range it is. Based on the sub ranges only, the system will understand that okay, the currency it is in the INR or it is a currency to euro or something which when we are paying to amount to the vendor, that will come under based on the my currency. Clear? Is it clear? Where exactly you are differentiating at the time of creation of purchase info record. Okay? Clear? Is it clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So not any doubts here? Any doubts here?
Only a little bit confusion with the vendor sub.
So the field selection, I mean, based on that account group only, we can do the field selection.
Yeah. Based on the
Yeah.
vendor account group, once based on vendor account group, you can control. Okay.
Okay.
Or yeah, or maybe you can control in the transaction dependent screen layout also. Maybe in the purchasing organization, particularly purchase organization if you have. Okay, particular purchase organization if you want to be controlled separately, that you only for purchasing data. It is not for the general
Okay.
purchase organization. At purchase organization level also you can control. Okay.
In material, maybe that material type you can
In
control.
material
that.
type also you can have the access options like okay at a transaction level also you can control.
Okay.
Okay. At
No, generally we were talk about like material type.
Generally we will take it about the material type and the group, but standard, if anything which is standard, that is mandatory if you're maintaining at MM01 transaction level or purchase organization level, that was a priority first. If you're especially selecting at purchase organization level, that means you are looking something special. But if you are doing at account group level, if you're not maintaining at purchase organization level, then it's not special, it is a general process. Okay. It depends, yeah. It depends on that. Majorly, everyone they are going with the material type and this account group level only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, fine.
And someone they're asking about the sub branch. Okay, I'm not sure what is the doubt. So where exactly you are confusing on that?
Till the one time vendor is clear, sir. After that, you had explained about the vendors.
That's why I'm just clearly asking you when we're discussing about it, but do you understand the concept first? What is the vendor sub-range concept? If you not understand the concept, then it's very difficult to understand the configuration also. What is the concept here? Vendor sub-range. Can anyone give the idea about vendor sub-range? What is the concept?
Oh, in the same vendor, we can use it for that vendor sub-range, and if maybe that if it is if you are using the vendor sub-range for that, we can take it. We can maintain the different vendor in the vendor sub-range in the same vendor.
Yeah. So here what will be happen? The purchasing data. Okay. So across all the world, it is not same the purchasing data from the same vendor. So suppose you are the person you are supplying the goods. Okay. You are supplying from the Nepal. Okay. So you're from supplying from the Nepal to India, and you are supplying from India also inside the India from Hyderabad to your organization also is supplying. That means you have the same organization. There you are handling in the Nepal, or you are handling in the, okay, let it be, leave it about Nepal. Just take it about the US. Okay. Suppose you have the business in the US and we have business in India. Now, my request is, so I'm just seeing that the materials which you are supplying from the US, those are very good quality. Maybe in India, maybe this general quality. So I'm just looking some product to the same product from US. So I just plan to buy from you. Okay. So I just want to buy product from you from US. So you are ready to buy, you are ready to supply that goods from the US to here. So I just said that I will be paying the INR. So whatever the cost it is there in India, that I'm ready to pay in the INR. Did you agree that?
Yes, sir.
Are you agreed?
Yes, sir.
So you are okay with, if it is 10 rupees in the India and if it is $10 in the US, you are ready in the 10 rupees. You are ready to
No, as per the US market, will.
So as per that, to US dollars you are expecting, right? So when you
Yes,
are
sir.
paying the amount, because you are getting the stock from the US to India. So obviously there will be a import duty and something custom duties, again dollars cost, everything, the exchange rate, everything you have to be taken, right? So those times the payment terms are different, the import terms are different, the terms and conditions are different, and the currency is different, payment is different. Correct?
Correct.
Is it agreed or not agreed?
Yes, I agree.
Agree, right? So here what is the concept is, in case your vendor is playing multiple roles in the multiple areas, okay, if you want to buy from the multiple role, okay, then might be you can create a number of purchasing data. For the same vendor, you can create a number of purchasing data. So wherever you need to use that purchasing data, you can use. So what the purchasing data, what do you mean by purchasing data? There are so many fields are there. Just seen that there are so many fields are there. Order currency is there. How you want to be ordered, with the currency it is ordering, the terms and conditions, payment terms, Incoterms, minimum order value, contact person, telephone numbers. These are all, everything is same, different, right? When it is a different, right? So SAP it's provided that at a address level, general data, company code level, maybe it is the same, but purchasing data level, it is just different because he is playing in a different roles. Okay.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Those cases will be going to vendor sub-range. Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. So that is the vendor sub-range. So depends on the client, maybe vendor, if they're going with that range, they can go ahead with the vendor sub-range. Okay. But that should be, you should be activated the vendor account group level. If they want me go ahead, then you have to go ahead the account group level. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now partner schema. So this is a little bit 2 to 3 steps are there. So now it's almost 10:15. Can we continue or can we stop and we'll continue tomorrow?
Sorry, you can continue and complete this.
Okay. So let's complete this one also then. Okay, let's go to OMSG. Okay. In the OMSG, let's go to SZSM, my account group. Okay, I'm just going inside. Now here there is a purchase organization level, sub-branch level, plant level. So now you are, anyway you understand the sub-branch level, plant level, right? So now let's talk about a purchase organization level. Okay. So why? Because when we creating XK01, okay, if it is sub-branch level, okay, might be I will just go to MK02, which is created. What is the number which is created now? Where we can see MKVZ. So we can see in the report MKVZ. MKVZ is a transaction. We can see the report here. So ZSML, ZSMV, sorry, ZSMV. Sorry, I'm just entering here.
Vendor services.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It is some with another account group. Okay, whatever I just created here. So I can see here, this is the number. Okay. Okay. Now, just going to here, the account group and my JTBC. Going to purchasing data. This purchasing of data, when you're going to differentiate data, the different data also, you have partner functions. Okay? That means from sub-branch level also, you can maintain a multiple partners. Might be at maybe Nepal level also, they have the sub-branches. Maybe again sub-partners they have. Okay, so those cases also you can go. That's why they are provided that three options. One is for the purchase organization level, sub-branch level, plant level. What partners should be allowed, what partners should not be allowed. That will be the part here. Okay, so we'll discuss one part here, purchase organization level. Obviously, you can understand that sub-branch level and plant level it will be work. Okay, the same one. For this, okay, we have the process like SPRO and our reference NG. In the metal management level, okay, so we have the concept like partners. Okay? So partner determination, that is the one concept like partner determination. In this partner determination, what will happen? We will be creating that first partner roles. So you can define your own partner roles. Maybe if you don't want to use the standard one, you can use the partner roles here. So we have standard partner roles like, okay, I just explained right here. VN, OA, GS, IP, FA. So these are the standard which we are using for the vendor side, but customer side also they have the different also. Okay, from the customer side also, if you see that if KU is there, this KU is there, this is a customer side again partners. From our side it is a LI vendor. Okay, so wherever the LI it is there. Okay, so wherever it is there, LI, so those are the vendors related. Okay, maybe you can create your own customized, or we can use the standard also. So these are the standard. So these are the standard which VN, OA, GS, IP, FA. Okay, and so these are the standard. So the first thing what you need to do, you have to go and you have to be allow your partners to your account group. Okay, so I have created my own group, right? Let's say what is my group? ZSML. Okay, let's see, it is assigned or not? It is not assigned. So what you need to do? You have to go and you have to be enter that whatever the partnership should be allowed for you. Okay, that you need to be enter here. Okay, so I'm just entering here. So what will be happen? It will now these vendors partners will be allowing in the particular group, my vendor account group. Okay, so I'm saving this one. So now I just given access to these partner functions can be used in this group. Okay, but again, what you need to do here once you created. So at vendor master level, you need to be assigned at the account group level. Okay. You need to be create the partner schemas. In this partner schemas, you need to be defined that. Okay. If suppose I'm just creating that standard L1, L2, L3. Okay. And ID1 also standard. But I'm just going to that inside what will be happen here. If here no change in mandatory. The main thing is no change in mandatory. So let's create my own. Let's go. Even I don't want to be copy here. Let's go into normally. Okay. Suppose I'm just creating that my jet is suppose okay, this is for the vendor vendor partner for main vendor main purchase organization. So purchase organization level. So vendor, let's say how we can say, right? Partner schema, let's say partner schema for ZSML. Okay, let's say ZSML. Just putting like SML, SMV. Okay, so we just created this one. Okay, now here what you need to do here in the partner functions, what partner functions you are allowing this schema. Okay, so you need to be assigned here. So the top what you did, you just assigning that these are the partners you can use in the schema. Okay, you're using that partner schema, this partner vendors. So I'm just giving approval like you can use these partners in this account group. I'm just allowing that. Now what I'm doing here, okay, I'm just passing some roles here. Okay, suppose I'm just passing some roles like whatever I have whatever it is there. Okay, I'm just putting like mandatory. Suppose I'm just putting the mandatory without entering this information. You cannot save the vendor master record. So this partner should be entered. This partner should be entered. Okay, and no change. That means the system, if it is a system proposing that this vendor number, that means the main vendor it is proposing, you cannot change. If you want to be changed, the main vendor is different vendor, that you cannot change because you are putting this no change button. Okay, so I'm just trying. I will show you this one. Okay, let's put like different way. I'm just putting it. So I'm just putting this one. Now this partner determination procedure, what you need to do, you need to be assigned in the your vendor account group level at purchase organization data level. So my ZSMG. So here what I'm doing, I'm just entering my partner schema. So what is a partner schema? ZS. So I'm just okay, this is a partner schema. Okay, just created. Now when I'm just creating the vendor master record, now I'm just planning to create a vendor master record. Go to MK01. Okay, I'm just creating the vendor master record with my group, but because I assigned this to my ZSML, right? Sorry, ZSML. ZSML. Okay. So I'm just going this one. So other details will be the same. Okay, I'm just entering wherever the important. Okay. So now see here, the goods supplier is mandatory here. I'm just putting goods supplier is mandatory here. So the system automatically proposing that okay, this goods supplier is mandatory. If I'm just removing this one, suppose I'm just trying to remove this one, I don't want this one, then the system will not accept it because it is already mandatory. So at this level, it is mandatory. So it is mandatory, valid. So you need to be entered. Suppose I'm just entering this here. Okay. Okay. So I'm just entering something information. Again, now it's proposing, it's coming automatically because it's a mandatory, because you are mentioned that it's mandatory. Now I'm just trying to remove. Okay. Again, it will be asked. So I enter these details. So this is the way, if I just putting this is a mandatory, then it will be asking that this is a, you should enter these details. Okay. Clear? No change is not what like a, no change is not what. Can you able to change this one once you enter? Cannot, maybe I cannot able to enter the change. I cannot enter, cannot change this one. Once I enter this one, cannot enter, cannot change that. Again, you need to be delete that line. Okay, and again you need to be entered manually. Whatever it is there, that to be entered. So again, it will be go under gray. Once you enter that, it is grayed out because you cannot change once entered. Clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the way partner schema will be working at a vendor master record level. Again, you can also control at a PO level also. So at a purchasing document level also, you can again go to partner schemas and you can create your own partner schemas here. So what is a no change, what is mandatory, okay, and high level. This is suppose let's say, okay, it is default, it is coming at purchase organization level if you maintain, if sub range level you maintain, okay, sub partner functions level you maintain. So what exactly you need to be take high level, that is taken here, okay. So and this is again, this is also again different, which is for the when document is saved, where exactly I need to be pick it up. Suppose I just might be I didn't enter the information PO level when I'm just creating. I forgot to enter the details. Then immediately the system will checking that, okay, where exactly it is capturing, because you are already maintaining the vendor master record level, at purchase organization level or contract release order level, where exactly you are maintaining that information, it will be taken. Okay. So these are all normal process only. These are not much important. So nobody will not be used. But I'm just concept wise what it is. If you want to be allowed the partners, you should be allowed at the group level, and you need to be create a schema group. In this schema group, you are assigning to your account group. The account group level. Suppose my account group is get SML. You can assign here also. It is not required to go there and you can enter. You can assign here also. Okay, clear? So I'm just stopping the recording.